How's it going, guys? This is Holly with Grindworx, and today we are talking about the best-selling SOG knives on Grindworx. Now, if you don't know, SOG stands for Studies and Observations Group. That refers to a Vietnam special ops unit that carried a very particular combat knife, and after the war, somebody named Spencer Fraser decided to try and reproduce that particular knife, and that then evolved from just one knife into a whole line of tactical knives. So to this day, SOG still makes primarily tactical knives, although they do have a few that are a little more EDC friendly. They definitely are geared toward tactical situations and outdoor use. So they're usually built for pretty hard use, but they also tend to be pretty well priced, so pretty good for those with a budget. So first up, we're going to look at the Twitch 2 spring assisted knife. This runs right around $45 on the site right now. It's 6.2 inches long with a 2.65 inch blade, so definitely on the more compact side. We've got an Oz 8 blade in a drop point style with a flat grind and a satin finish. As you saw, that has a thumb stud or a flipper opener. We've got an aluminum handle with stainless steel liners, and this one uses a lockback. I don't think I've ever seen a spring-assisted knife with a lockback. I'm not sure if I like it, but given that SOG really leans towards more tactical applications, it makes sense that they would use lockbacks on a lot of their knives because a lockback is pretty dang reliable, very strong, very unlikely to fail on you. It's 2.6 ounces, so really nice and lightweight, and then we've got a tip-up carry pocket clip and a lanyard hole on the pommel there, and it looks... I can't confirm that without actually trying it myself, but it looks as though this pocket clip might be reversible. This knife is made in the USA. I do like the design overall. I like that it's slim. It is reasonably snappy, so that assisted action works pretty well. I like the gray finish. I like that the pivot kind of mirrors the design of the thumb stud. It's very clean and sleek overall. These, smoothed pins on the front facing side of the handle. So this is one of those that definitely says EDC to me. It's small, it's well built. I mean, it's definitely going to handle all the things that you need it to, but much more of a daily use knife than anything that you're going to use in a tactical or outdoor situation. One thing to note is that in addition to the lockback, it has an additional lock right back here. You can lock it shut. If you engage that, you will not be able to open it. Personally, I think that's overkill. I'm not sure why you would need that on this knife. And when you do have that unlocked, it does need sort of a firm push on the thumb stud or the flipper to get that spring assist engaged. But overall, I think this is a well-built knife. I think that it will last, and I think it'll handle just the basic chores that you'll be doing on a daily basis. Next up, we have this Fusion Salute folding knife. This is $35, so very well priced. It's got a total length of 8 1/4 inches with a 3.65 inch blade. That is 8 CR13 MOV steel and a clip point style with a hollow grind and this black finish. It does have a thumb stud opener. Interesting note about that thumb stud is that you can adjust the placement to make it a little more customized to where you might need it. For instance, for me, I might move that thumb stud a little further down in that slot. Since I have small hands, it might make it a little easier for me to reach and have the leverage I need to open that knife. We have G10 handle scales here with scalloped stainless steel liners, and this one is also a lockback. 4.2 ounces, so a little heftier, but not super heavy. And then it has this reversible deep carry, tip-up carry pocket clip, as well as a lanyard hole. Honestly, you have multiple options for lanyard placement there with these liners that peek out around the scales. It's definitely a very tactical design. The G10 is effective. It offers a lot of friction along with this milling. So the grip is good, especially with this contouring and the scalloped liners. It really locks your hand in there. And the jimping on the spine is very effective as well. Not too sharp, but definitely very grippy. It's a little too bulky and tactical for my taste, and the action is fairly stiff right out of the box. It takes a little bit of extra force to get that blade open, but that may loosen up with time or with adjusting of the pivot. Next up, we have this Snarl fixed blade knife. This one's really interesting and unique. Right around $38 right now. It's only 4.3 inches overall with a 2.3 inch blade. This is 9CR18 MOV in a Warncliffe style with a flat grind and a satin finish. 1.9 ounces, so very lightweight, and it comes with this Kydex sheath that includes a clip and this ball chain. So a couple of different ways to carry it there. Interesting thing about this knife is that it's quite small, but it feels substantial. You know, it's got a very thick stock there. It really reminds me of a pair of knuckles, in just the thickness of it and the way it fits with those finger holes. I do really like the fit and finish of this. The bevels all around the handle and the edges here make it really comfortable. With this finger choil here, you can even hold it the way you would a typical knife, even though there's basically no handle going into your palm. That choil, and paired with the jimping on the spine here, really locks it in there. So really interesting, really clever design. And it locks into that Kydex really well. Next up, we have the Flash 2 spring-assisted knife. This one goes for right around $53. It is 8 inches overall with a 3.5 inch blade. This is Oz 8 steel in a drop point style with a hollow grind and a black finish, and as you can see, it's partially serrated. It has a thumb stud opener, which more and more is becoming my preference. And then we have a GRN handle with stainless liners. It's 3.1 ounces, so fairly lightweight. And then it has a similar pocket clip to the Salute over here, this deep carry that's reversible and tip up. And then there's a rather small lanyard hole there near the pommel. The action on this one is very snappy and very responsive. It takes hardly any pressure on the thumb stud at all for it to just fly open. And then this is what SOG calls their piston lock. It's very easy to use. It feels really similar to the Axis lock on, say, a Benchmade, or similar is the Rapid lock on the Elite tactical knives. Again, we have a backup lock here, which again seems like overkill. But I mean, if you really want security, you don't want any chance of this knife opening when you don't want it to. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have it. So I love the action on this one. It is comfortable in hand. I like the contouring here, so fairly ergonomic. I don't know that the materials necessarily justify the price, but I would say that the action and the lock just might. And lastly, we have this little brass keychain utility knife. This is the single most popular SOG knife on Grindworx. And it's easy to see why. Yeah, it's not big, it's not gonna do a whole lot, but it's very convenient. We have 4 inches overall with a 1.5 inch blade. It's 5CR13 MOV steel and a spear point style with a flat grind and a satin finish. You've got your nail nick there to open it up, and then this stainless steel handle that does an awesome job of mimicking a key. The lock back is up here at the head of the key. It's less than an ounce, 0.7 ounces, but very handy and very concealable. You know, you throw this on a keychain and you'd have to get a good look at it to even realize that it's not a real key. So very handy in that way. And, you know, always good to have a little backup blade in case something happens to your EDC or you just happen to need something close at hand. It's right there on your keychain. So very convenient. And it's $10, not breaking the bank by any stretch of the imagination. So there you go. Those are the top 5 best-selling SOG knives on Grindworx. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know which of these caught your eye. If you're a fan of SOG, let me know which one you like to carry. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when a new video drops. I'll have links to these knives in the description below. And of course, you can jump on Grindworx and see all the dozens of SOG knives we have available there. If you join the email list, then all the new knives and awesome knife deals we have every week will come straight to your inbox. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.